All right, here we are. We're moving on in the next chapter of Junie B. Jones Has a Peep in Her Pocket. Chapter 3 is called Pictures. Remember, at the end of the last chapter, Junie B. Jones decided that she was scared of 2 animals at the farm. Do you remember what animals that Junie B. Jones is scared of? She's scared of the ponies and that mean rooster, right? Mother talked about a mean rooster, and Meanie Jim brought in a rooster that was mean. So she's scared of both ponies and roosters now. Chapter 3 is called Pictures. Let's see what happens. The next morning, Mother called me for breakfast. Good morning, said Mother. Good morning, said Daddy. Good morning, I said. Roosters can peck your heads into a nub. Daddy put down his coffee mug. Excuse me? I pointed to my head. A nub, I explained. A nub is a teensy little knobhead. Roosters can peck your head into one. Mother looked strange at me. What in the world is this about? I did a big breath at her. 'Cause how can I even be clearer on this subject? A nub, a roundish, ballish head knob. And do not tell me that roosters do not peck you, on account of we had a pet day at school and Meanie Jim brought a rooster into room 9, and that boy is a rooster expert. I looked at her. Plus also, you said Uncle Billy's rooster was mean too, right? Right, Mother? Remember that? Mother looked frustrated at me. Then she put her head on the table. And she didn't come up for a real long time. Why do you think Mother put her head on the table? I think she puts her head on the table just because she's frustrated. And she's like, really, Junie B? Now you're scared of roosters too? Okay. Finally, she peeked her eyes at Daddy. Now what? She asked, kind of quiet. Maybe it'll blow over, said Daddy. I shook my head. No, it will not blow over, I told them, because roosters do not listen to reason, so there is nothing we can do about this pecking situation. Daddy rubbed his eyes. Could we please just change the subject, he said. Yeah, only not talking about a nub will not make it go away, I said. And so, that's enough, said Daddy very growly. I quick stopped talking then. But even after we changed the subject, nubs kept staying on my mind. That day at school, Miss told us to draw a picture about our trip to the farm. She said to make it a colorful picture of what we wanted to see there. I drawed and drawed. Plus also, I colored and colored. When all of us got done with our pictures, we sat on our chairs in a big circle, and we told each other about what we drew. My bestest friend named Lucille went first. She drawed a picture of a pink flamingo. Flamingos are my favorite animals, she said. That's because pink is my favorite color. And flamingos are pink. And I have a pink dress that will match them perfectly. So that's the dress I will be wearing on the field trip. She wrinkled her nose real cute. Pink brings out the natural blush of my complexion, she told Miss. Have you ever noticed my satiny smooth skin? Miss looked at that girl. You're a fascinating child, Lucille. But I'm afraid there aren't any flamingos on a dairy farm, she said. Lucille looked surprised. So where are they then? She asked. Where do you find flamingos? Do you find them on a farm? No, you don't find them on a farm. Have you ever seen a flamingo before? Where did you see it? Yeah, maybe you've seen them at the zoo. I saw some flamingos over spring break at SeaWorld. But you definitely don't find them on a farm. It says, well, flamingos can be found a lot of places, said Miss. South America, for example. So South America is a continent that you can find them on. Miss said for Lucille to please sit down. Just then, Polly Allen Puffer springed out of his chair. Look, teacher, I drew a catfish, he said. See his whiskers? My brother said catfish whiskers are so sharp they can slice your finger to the bone. Miss made a sick face. Ugh. Yes, well, thank you for sharing that, Polly Allen. But we're not going fishing. We're going to a farm. Remember? Hold on, let me move my book a little bit. Here's the picture. You can see everyone's picture. You can see Lucille. Let's go to the front. I don't remember that boy's name. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay, that's Jamal Hall. And we have Charlotte there. And then there's Junie B right there. Okay. Polly Allen Puffer looked upset. Yes, but my brother said there's lots of catfish farms around here. And so that's the kind of farm I think we should... No, Polly, no, said Miss. We're just going to a regular, plain old farm with regular, plain old farm animals. Polly Allen Puffer did a mad breath. Polly Allen Puffer thought they were going to some sort of catfish farm. Is that the kind of farm that they're going to? No, they're not going to see flamingos. They're not going to see catfish. Pause me for a minute while you think about what kind of animals do you think that they are going to see on their farm trip? Good, you might have thought of a pig, duck, cow, chickens, roosters, sheep, goats, all those kind of farm animals, ponies, right? They're not going to see fish, or they're not going to see fish. They're not going to see flamingos. He said the word big whoop. They were talking about Polly Allen Puffer. He did a mad breath, and then he said, big whoop. After that, Polly Allen Puffer had to stand in the hall. Miss did some deep breathing. Please, children, please. Did anyone in room 9 draw a picture of a regular farm animal? Not any, or anyone at all. That's all I'm looking for here. Just a regular old farm animal. I did, miss. I yelled real excited. I drew a picture of a rooster under a tree. So here's Junie B's rooster under a tree. Let's see what she says. Oh, Junie B, thank you. That's perfect, she said. I holded it up so she could see. See it, miss? See how pretty it is? Miss looked at my picture. Oh, yes. That is very nice tree, Junie B, she said. Why is it lying on its side? It crashed over in a rainstorm, I said. Oh, said Miss. Oh, dear. She looked even closer. But I'm afraid I don't see the rooster, honey. I pointed. There, I said. See his foot under the branch? He did not get out in time, apparently. Miss covered her mouth with her hand. What did Junie B draw? Did she just draw a rooster? No. Junie B Jones drew a rooster that got smushed by a tree. See this big branch that she drew here? All you can see are the rooster's feet. Probably not the kind of picture Miss was looking for. Miss covered her mouth with her hand. Just then a girl named Charlotte hollered, I hate that picture. That's a terrible picture. I crossed my arms at that girl. You would not say that if your head was a nub, sister, I said. Meanie Jim laughed real loud. Then Miss said for all of us to take our chairs back to our tables, and we did not show any more farm pictures. This sounds like it's going to be a pretty interesting trip to the farm. I'm not sure any of the kids are super excited about just going to a farm. Chapter 4 is called Cock-a-Doodly-Doo. So we will read about that chapter tomorrow. All right, have a good afternoon, you guys. See you later.